ahead. Can you please join us for a prayer?
Dear Lord, thank you for letting us all be here. Thank you for letting the young scouts be with us now. Now, and thank you for letting us all be here to retire the flags. Amen.
Amen.
Now we shall retire the flags. Trevor.
The scout is trustworthy. Character is what makes a man, and reputation is what people think about him. A young person of character is worthy of trust. No one is worthy of trust who does not recognize his dignity and the dignity of all people as children of God.
Scout is loyal.
Because our first loyalty is to God, a scout is loyal to all to whom loyalty is due, his parents, his place of worship, and his country.
The scout is helpful.
Many faiths teach that a good turn we do for others will be considered a service to their God. Our motive or reason for being helpful is that we see God in everyone. The entire scouting movement gives us an opportunity to be helpful. All humankind are brothers and sisters. Recognizing this, a scout should be a friend to all and a brother to every other scout.
Scout is courteous.
The scout respects everyone. The meaning of love as a scout should be taken from the words, I have not come to be served, but to serve.
The scout is kind.
A scout respects other living creatures, never abusing or mistreating.
A scout is obedient.
A scout should obey not because he has to, but because the one leading is someone in authority and is right to doing so. Victory comes from obedience to all in authority, as long as they deserve our obedience.
Scout is cheerful.
A scout will have joy in his heart and manifest outwardly by his cheerful manner.
A scout is thrifty.
By being thrifty, we are taught self-respect, making us unwilling to be burdened to others. Far from being a burden, through thrifty we are far from being able to help others. A scout also is deeply concerned with preserving our natural resources.
A scout is brave.
A scout can face danger even if he is afraid. He has courage to stand for what he thinks is right even if others scorn him.
Scout's clean.
A scout is clean. A scout keeps clean in body and thought. He stands for clean speech, clean sport, and clean habits. And he travels with the clean crowd.
This is a POW MIA flag.
Those of you who may not know, POW and MIA, prisoner of war or missing in action, those soldiers who were not recovered after combat. Please hold this up. Alright. Those who were forgotten, well, you aren't.
The scout is thrifty.
No.
Reverent.
Reverent.
Oh, the scout is reverent.
The scout is reverent to God. He is faithful in his religion's duties and respects the convictions of others in matter of customs and religion.
And that concludes this flag ceremony.
Could I ask the boys to come up to the fire real quick?
Yeah.
Guys, can I get you to come up to the fire?
Careful, it stings.
So guys, 237 years ago, long time ago, right? Here on the land that we call America, some men and young boys were standing around another campfire, and they were saying that they had had enough of tyranny. They had had enough of a government across an ocean telling them what to do with their land, telling them what to do with their businesses. And so they wrote a letter that year, and they sent it to the king, and they said, "We've had enough. We're declaring this our own nation. We're calling it the United States of America." And they went to war over that because England didn't want to let go. And a lot of men and young boys and even women and girls died in that war because they believed in personal freedom. As you know, we won that war, and it was decided that we needed a flag, and you guys saw that flag several times today. And through the years, a lot of other men and women have gone to war over that freedom. Sometimes for our freedom, sometimes for the freedom of people in other countries who believe in what we have to offer. When you see a flag flying, it's time to stop for just a moment and not think about just a piece of cloth with our colors on it. But that meant enough to some people that they put down their life for that. You know, Jesus said that no greater love has a man for this than this, but that he'd lay down his life for his friends. And so it seems a little abstract sometimes. We say that, you know, they died for liberty, they died for freedom, because those aren't things you can touch. But when you choose to go to school, when you choose to have a career, those are things that people in other countries don't have those options. Kids don't get to go to school. Kids don't get up and eat breakfast. They certainly don't have a lot of the things that we take for granted. And that's the reason that we do this when a flag has reached the end of its life. Because we want to say, it seems kind of silly saying something to a flag, but that's what we're doing. We're saying to this flag, we appreciate you standing up for us. We appreciate you waving for us and letting us know every time we look up and see you on a pole that we're still free and that this is important. And this freedom thing that we're doing, it's not over yet. So I just want to make sure you really understood what it means when we burn a flag. That it's really putting it to rest and putting it to bed. Just like all those men and women who lay down their lives and are now sleeping and rest in the Lord for our freedom. That's all I had to say.
Okay. Is it? Okay, so me and Trevor will stay up here and watch this fire as it burns out naturally. And Travis will be in charge. So.
Return to camp.
Thank you.
If you can, see if you can break up that ball of plastic you have.